From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
It's Friday, January 7th, 2022. Honda and Acura cars hit by Y2K22 bug that rolls back the clocks. Starting on January the 1st, the date on Acura and Honda navigation systems changed to January 1st, 2022, with a time resetting to 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or other times based on the model or possibly the region the car was located. Honda and Acura car owners report that the Y2K22 bug affects almost all older models, including Honda Pilot, Odyssey, CR-V, and Ridgeline, and Acura MDX, RDX, CSX, and TL models, and that there is no way to change it. This might be the same bug that affected Microsoft Exchange on the same date, but Honda customer service has said their clock problem should resolve itself in August of this year, indicating that it might be a different issue. New trick could let malware fake iPhone shutdown to spy on users secretly. Researchers at ZecOps have disclosed via a proof of concept a novel technique by which malware on iOS can achieve persistence on an infected device by faking its shutdown process, making it impossible to physically determine if an iPhone is off or otherwise. Dubbed No Reboot, the technique makes it possible to simulate an iOS rebooting operation, deceiving the user into believing that the phone has been powered off, when in reality it's still running. The researchers explained, quote, "Despite that we disabled all physical feedback, the phone still remains fully functional and is capable of maintaining an active internet connection." End quote. They continued to say that the malicious actor could remotely manipulate the phone in a blatant way without worrying about being caught because the user is tricked into thinking that the phone is off, either being turned off by the victim or by malicious actors using low battery as an excuse. Attackers exploit flaw in Google Docs Comments feature. Attackers are using the Comments feature of Google Docs to send malicious links in a phishing campaign targeted primarily at Outlook users, this according to researchers. Attackers target users of Google Docs by adding a comment to the document that mentions the targeted user with an @ sign, which automatically sends an email to that person's inbox. That email, which comes from Google, includes text as well as the malicious links. The same method is being used to exploit Google Slides. The technique allows bad actors to impersonate legitimate entities to target victims, making it harder for anti-spam filters to judge and even harder for end users to recognize that the message is malicious. IBM tries to sell Watson Health again. Big Blue wants out of the healthcare sector after spending billions to stake its claim, just as rival Oracle is moving into the sector with its $28 billion bet for Cerner. IBM spent more than $4 billion to build Watson Health via a series of acquisitions. The business now includes healthcare data and analytics business Truven Health Analytics, population health company Phytel, and medical imaging business Merge Healthcare. In late 2021, IBM engaged Bank of America Securities to find a buyer for Watson Health, with insiders suggesting that the technology is too difficult to make profitable. And now, a word from our sponsor, Deepwatch. Increasing ransomware attacks and their evolving sophistication have been putting more pressure on security teams than ever before. Luckily, Managed Detection and Response, or MDR, has emerged as a critical component for improving security operations, reducing ransomware risk, and minimizing the overall impact an attack can have. Visit Deepwatch, DEEPWATCH, deepwatch.com to see how we help to prevent breaches for our customers by working together. Privacy-focused Brave browser records massive growth in 2021. The company reached 50 million active monthly users for the first time in 2021. Brave is based on Chromium and comes with nearly all features available in popular browsers like Chrome or Microsoft Edge, but does not track searches or share any personal or identifying data with third-party companies like Google or Microsoft. With the increasing reports of data breaches and online tracking, people have increasingly become concerned about how their data is being used online, and this has contributed to the growth of Brave, as well as the search tool DuckDuckGo. North Korean hackers greet Russian diplomats with malware. Security experts uncovered a North Korean-linked cyber espionage group targeting Russian embassy diplomats with weaponized email attachments. Dubbed Kony, K-O-N-N-I, the threat actor group reportedly sent New Year's greetings emails embedded with malware to infect the victims' devices. The Kony malware campaign has been active since December 2021, according to researchers from Cluster 25. The attackers allegedly distributed malicious zip files containing a Windows screensaver file citing holiday greetings. Once the user opens the file, the Kony Remote Access Trojan malware automatically gets downloaded onto the device. Elephant beetle lurks for months in networks. Researchers at the Signia Incident Response Team have identified a threat group that's been quietly siphoning off millions of dollars from financial and commerce sector companies, spending months patiently studying their targets' financial systems and slipping in fraudulent transactions amongst regular activity. Elephant Beetle does not use exploits, but instead uses more than 80 unique tools and scripts to operate undetected for vast amounts of time as they plant bogus transactions. They blend in with the target's environment and go completely undetected while quietly removing exorbitant amounts of money. Morgan Stanley agrees to $60 million settlement in data breach lawsuit. Morgan Stanley has agreed to a settlement figure of $60 million to resolve a data breach lawsuit dealing with improper disposal of decommissioned assets. According to the motion, legacy equipment was decommissioned in 2016 and 2019 that contained the personally identifiable information of clients. However, the equipment was not wiped clean of this sensitive information prior to sale, and the datasets may have then been exposed in an unencrypted fashion, available to view by the purchasing parties. Following notification, a class action lawsuit was launched in 2020, and separately, the $60 million fine was issued by the OCC for data protection failures. Remember, we'll be returning to our CISO Series video chats on January 21st. Be sure to head on over to CISOseries.com to register for the next one. But if you need some live cybersecurity content in your life today, you're in luck. Our weekend review show starts at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, 12:30 Pacific, and will get you caught up on the biggest news of the week with a healthy dose of expert commentary and perspective. Head on over to CISOseries.com to get in on the fun. I'm Steve Prentice, reporting for the CISO Series.
Cybersecurity headlines are available every weekday. Head to CISOseries.com for the full stories behind the headlines.